Good morning, lovely entrepreneurs. Happy Friday and Happy New Year to you all. I hope that this brand new decade is one of opportunity and growth and building a business that really works for you. So I hope you're all doing very well. Isn't life interesting? When I spoke to you last, I was in beautiful Petra. And it was absolutely freezing cold, and I think it was possibly a little bit too cold, which is why rather than having a lovely week of planning and strategizing and working on my business last week, I was struck down by, I think, the worst cold or flu that I have ever experienced. I don't think I've ever felt so ill in my life. And I am still recovering, which is why I'm coming to you today sitting down, a nice scarf, looking after myself, and a little bit calm and reflective. So I've had lots of time to reflect on life rather than doing lots of work, which is what I had planned. So I hope that you are all doing well. Morning, Abby, really great to see you. Thanks so much for joining. So today I thought that I would share with you my Ikigai. We've spoken quite a bit about Ikigai on lives in the last few weeks, and although on the surface of it, it might feel that Ikigai is a really good tool for when you are starting out in business and trying to figure out what you want to do, and it really is. What I find is that it's a really good tool to use even when you're a few years into your business. It's a really good tool to help you refine and help ground you back into your purpose, into your reason for being. And so I encourage my clients to revisit this from time to time. And so I thought I would do the same and share with you the results. And actually it was something that I did last week before I really started feeling ill and before my fever really spiked. I was able to spend a little bit of time on this on New Year's Day, actually. Just thinking through Ikigai and what it means to me, and I thought I would share that with you in the hopes that helps you when you use the tool, and also gives you a bit of an insight into me and into this community and what we're trying to do here with you lovely people. So Ikigai, as you know, is 4 circles that interlock. And I always encourage my clients to start with the circle that is about what you love to do. And so that was the one that I started to reflect on. What do I love to do? And I actually found this one pretty hard to pin down. I really love organising and getting things done. I absolutely love managing people and love managing teams and helping them achieve their goals. I do love variety and high expectations. I have high expectations of myself and other people, and I really do like a challenge. And it was only, so I was kind of thinking through all of these things and reflecting on how difficult it was actually for me to pin down what I actually love to do, because there are so many things that I love to do. And it was actually through my coaching training a few years ago that it really hit me that what I really, really love to do and what really lights me up and what I've actually been doing my whole life is really helping other people get clear. People who know me will call me up and say, oh, I'm really confused about this, that or the other, and I just really want to talk it through with you. And by the end of the conversation, they're really, really clear. And it's a quality that I've always had, and I really enjoy bringing to my work as well as to my conversations with loved ones. So I love helping people really drill into what's going on for them, what their real blockers are, and what is the sort of the key action, what's the key thing that they need to do that's going to help them move forward. And really importantly, particularly in my work now with entrepreneurs, is what do they really want? What are you building and why? That's one of the questions I always ask my clients. What are you really building here? Because there are so many things that we all can do. What are you really doing here? What are you building, and why is that important to you? Why is that what you really want to do? Morning, Sophia. Morning, Harriet. Thanks so much for joining. Hope you're well. So reflecting then on what I really love to do, helping people get clear, and that then leads me on to thinking about, well, what am I good at? What do I do well? And that's the second circle in the Ikigai. And I've always been able to look at things structurally, see its outline, if you like, and that's really helpful when we're talking about looking at businesses, rather than getting distracted by all the detail. People often ask me, new clients, when they're thinking about working with me, they often ask me, do you have experience in this industry or that industry? And I've always been able to look at a business or look at a situation or look at a team, kind of in its outline, almost like its skeleton, and see the pieces rather than getting too concerned about the intricate detail. And I really learnt this about myself when I moved over from the corporate world into investment banking, something that I had absolutely no experience of. And I really then saw how valuable my skills of organisation management were without any knowledge of the industry whatsoever. And people were responding to me in a way that I found really surprising. And they were really seeing the value in what I could do, even though, as I say, I had no experience whatsoever of banking or of credit risk, which was the area that I was in my first investment bank. And so when I'm working with my clients now, I'm really able to cut through to the heart of what's happening for them and their business. And regardless of what industry I'm looking at how is their business being run, and how is their team performing, and how are they as leaders and as founders, how are they embodying the leadership that is needed from their business. So they're the first two circles, and they were my thoughts when I really sat down and started my business, and when I was reflecting on this last week and wanting to share this with you. The third circle then is what can I get paid to do? So when I first started out this business, I was really surrounded by skeptics. I was earning very, very good money in the city, and people really doubted whether or not I could make a living working with small businesses. And what I've learned is, if what you're selling is really valuable and really tangible and practical, then you can make a good living from it, as I do. And what I'm selling is making a huge difference in people's lives. And that's the most important thing. And if you are making a difference in people's lives, if you are adding real value to them, then people will find the money, and you can make a good living. You have to price things appropriately, of course. But I've found that all of those skeptics around me have actually been amazed and I guess quite impressed that I can make a good living from what I do. And that really led me on to the fourth circle, which is what the world needs. And I've always really struggled with this one. It strikes me as being the fluffy circle out of the four. What does the world need from me? And the way that I explain it to clients or people that I'm working with is that this one is really, what is the problem that you feel compelled to solve? When you look out in the world, what really draws you in? What's the thing where you go, I really want to make a difference there? And actually this circle, although I've struggled a little bit to kind of define what that is, actually for me this is the most important one, and this is the one that pulls it all together, pulls together the Ikigai for me. And it's really helped me find my reason for being. You see, what I realised is that there are a lot of people out there selling what I call the shiny, a lot of business coaches out there. And I mean no disrespect to them at all. They're selling growth and new technologies and opportunity and transformation, and that's absolutely great. And that's what people really want, and the coaches out there that are selling that, they do it really, really well, better than I ever could. But here's the thing, if you're buried in the day-to-day of your business, if you're overwhelmed by all the firefighting and spending most of your time outside your comfort zone, you really don't have the time or the kind of the headspace, the capacity for the shiny. You might want to chase all that growth and opportunity, but you go on that course, or you go on that seminar, or you go on that event, and you get all fired up and you're really excited by all those possibilities, and then you come back into your business and you're dealing with all that firefighting, and you really don't know how to get yourself to a position where you can do all those things that you want to do, where you can focus on all that growth and opportunity. And as I mentioned, that's probably what you want, but it actually, I find in my experience, it makes people feel even more overwhelmed when they've kind of been exposed to all this wonderful stuff, and then they get back to their business and they just find that they have more and more things that are added to their to-do list. I remember somebody telling me a couple of years ago, I just feel like every time I go on a course or every time I attend an event, I've just got more and more things that are added onto my to-do list. And that's where I come in. So what I help people with is how to get you out of the day-to-day of your running of your business, help you build a strong team around you so that you've got the time and the headspace to focus on the growth and opportunity that you want for your business. And that's what the world needs from me. The world needs me to share my message, that you need to stop trying to do everything yourself and instead focus on what you're good at. And the world needs me to help people with how do you do that? Practically, how do you do that? And this has really become my mission, and this is really at the heart of my Ikigai, to help as many people as I can avoid overwhelm and burnout and build a business that really works for them. And I want to support business owners all over the world, regardless of whether they're paying me money or not. I mainly work with businesses that have got teams of between 5 and 25 people, but I meet a lot of people, and there are a lot of people in this community who are earlier on in their journey, and I want to support them too. I want to support you too. If you spend some money with me and then you take some time to implement and embed what we're working on together, I want you to feel like I still care about you, because I really do. And that's why this community is really so very important to me. It's not about making money for me, and it never will be. It's my way of giving back to the wonderful world of entrepreneurship that has already given me so much. Our monthly events that we hold, they're all about connecting you with each other and encouraging you to share your insights and challenges. And I'll never make money from those monthly events. The cost of the ticket will cover the refreshments and the cost of the venue, and that's it. I don't want to make money from this community or from the community events. There will of course be events where I will share my courses and my programs with you, and I'll invite you to buy those programs, but it'll always be really clear to you that that's what's happening. I'm not ever going to do any covert selling. You'll never get that from me. And so there you have it. That's my Ikigai. I love helping people get clear and organised. I'm great at getting people out of the day-to-day of their businesses and building strong teams around them. And I get paid well to do it. And what the world really needs from me is to share my message about focusing on what you're good at and stop doing everything yourself. So that's my Ikigai. Now we come on to you. What's yours? I hope that you found that insightful and useful, sharing a little bit about my thoughts and how it relates to me and what I do. But the point about this is not really about me, it's about you and your businesses. And I would really encourage you in these early days of the new year to spend a little bit of time using this amazing tool and helping you just get really clear about why you're doing what you're doing, whether you're right at the beginning of your business journey or whether you're several years along the road. It's a really great thing just to ground you back into what am I doing and why am I doing it, because once you get connected to that, then anything really is possible, even when you've got a cold and you're feeling a little bit sorry for yourself. It's actually, maybe that's a good time. I've certainly found it a good time to just reflect on what am I doing here. There are many, many things that I could be doing, but what am I really doing here? What am I building in my business and why? So I hope that's been useful and insightful. It's really wonderful to be back. I'm so sorry that I missed last week. I was feeling so terrible. I hope that you're all I hope that you're all doing really great. I'm really looking forward to connecting with you, those of you that can come to our first 2020 community event on the 30th of January. Get your tickets now, they are going fast. Really looking forward to seeing you all and to connecting with you over the next few weeks. Let me know what your thoughts are about your Ikigai. This community is all about helping you get in touch with your purpose and specifically helping you build a business that works for you, build a team around you so that you don't have to do everything yourself, so you don't burn yourself out. Happy Friday, lovely people. Hope you have a great weekend and I will speak to you soon. Take good care. Bye now. Thanks for watching.